This is Eric Merritt from Eric Merritt Sells AZ Real Estate, Realtor of Homesport, Northeast Mesa, and I serve the whole Metro Phoenix area, but this video is going to be about the Pinal County cities of Maricopa, Casa Grande, Coolidge, and Florence. This view that you see behind me in the background, these are the coke ovens, and you can get to this from the Bots Canyon, which is a more difficult way, coming from the north and then south. Or you can enter using Florence-Kelvin Highway going 12 miles east of the Boulder Field, turn left on the road that goes north, and then you'll eventually go underneath the railroad bridge and cross the Gila River, and then you will go north to where you'll go northeast to where these coke ovens are at. It's about 5-6 minutes northeast of the Gila River. So without further ado, this video is going to talk about the data that's happened in these 4 cities in Maricopa, Casa Grande, Coolidge, and Florence. How many homes have sold? What's the sales price to list price ratio? Monthly inventory supply, average sales price for each of these 4 cities. And we're going to go into the highs and lows that sold in these 4 cities, what they were, what they sold for. And then the third part, we're going to go into the types of transactions and the types of homes. So we're going to go into mobile homes from 150,000, 300,000. You're going to see how many were sold and what the average sales price was in that category, and how many and how they were paid for. With an FHA loan, how many were sold FHA, cash, and conventional. I think it will shock you to see how many were bought cash and conventional as opposed to FHA, even in mobile homes, and single family most definitely. So we're going to go into single family 250 to 350, and then 350 to 500,000, and then 5 to 750, and then it goes all the way up to 5 million and up. So you'll see there's 16 homes that sold in that price category, and 2 were cash. I'm sorry, no, 2 were conventional and 10 were cash in that category. Then the last part will be the synopsis of the whole Metro Phoenix area. You'll see our progression of having 8,800 active in October of 2020, all the way down to 5,385 in January of 2021. And then the 4 months that we crept up, we are down below 5,000 units. And now we're in the census, we're between 6,000 and 7,000 in active right now. And then you're going to see what the average sales prices were last month as opposed to a year ago, June 2020. So that's what this video is going to talk about. And if you find this video interesting and very informative, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and share this video with anyone that you know. And we'll get this video started. Thank you. Okay, this is our Pinal County Cities Market update for July 2021. Casa Grande had 181 that sold last month, 13 more than in May. 21 days on market, 102.2% sales price to list price ratio. The inventory went up slightly from 0.40 to 0.58. Highest it sold was 667,000. Lowest it sold was a mobile home at 14,000. Average sales price is $283.28. 105 were active on 7/12. Coolidge had 68 homes that sold, only 2 less than the following month. 100%, 0.3 is the sales price to list price ratio. Went from 0.13 to 0.28. Highest it sold in Coolidge was 629,900. 45,000 was the lowest, and the average sales price was 246, 255. 19 homes were active on July 12th. Florence, 77 homes sold, 27 less than in May, at 100.1% SP to LP ratio. It's pretty much stayed the same, 0.50 to 0.45. That's why it's got an equal sign. 500,000 is the highest sold, and the lowest it sold was $37,700. Florence, for the first time, has joined Maricopa in going over the $300,000 threshold, and Casa Grande will be the next one to do that. When? I don't know. Maybe in the next couple months, 2-3 months, who knows. Active, there was 35 active on July 12th. Maricopa, 205 homes sold, 5 less than in May. 103% even SP to LP ratio, went from 0.44 to 0.71. That's quite a jump there. Highest sold was 538,000. The lowest was 126,561. Average sales price is knocking on the door to 350,000, 348,263. 147 were active on July 12th. Now we're going to go into the highs and lows. Highs and lows for each one. Casa Grande, this is the highest it sold at 667,000, 41 days on market at 98.8% of list price. This is the lowest it sold in Casa Grande, this mobile home at $14,000. Definitely on a pay and park rent. You can't buy a mobile home for $14,000 and get the land too. That ain't happening. Coolidge, the highest it sold was 629,900, 47 days at 100% of list price. And the lowest was 45,000, 200 days, 75% of list price. Florence was 500,000 for the highest it sold, 59 days, 90.9% of list price. Maricopa, the highest it sold was 538, 21 days, 97.8% of list price. So to access all 8 of these, just enter this link into a separate window, and you will have access to all the pictures for each of the highs and lows in all 4 of these cities and their descriptions. So just copy that link into a separate window. It does work. I tested it out, and that will go into a content page. You click onto the link, and then it goes right to the page that you're looking at. And then you'll click on the picture, and that's how you get all the other pictures. I don't want to do that here because it'll really slow the video down. So, but if you click on any one of these pictures, all the other pictures will open up, and the listing information. So our first commercial break, this is the Boulder Field, 12 miles east of Highway 79 on the Florence-Kelvin Highway. And when you get there, you can access the Gila River about 5 miles to the north. It's a great place to take the family and enjoy the views. Mobile homes from 150,000 to 300. Average sales price was $215,770, and they sold for 100.04% of list price. 182 of these sold throughout the Phoenix metro area, and out of that, 108 sold cash and conventional. Only 39 out of 182 sold FHA. So that's just over 20% sold FHA. So if you want to buy a mobile home even, you better get a conventional loan. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long, hard, and painful process to buy. Condos and townhomes, 150,000 to 300. I know this isn't really prevalent in Pinal County yet, but it could be in the future. 688 closed in the Phoenix metro area. Out of that, 457 were cash, 188 were, 457 were conventional, and 188 were cash, and 52 were sold FHA, and 17 were sold VA. Now we're going to go to single family homes. This is where the most competitive market is in all of Phoenix. 250 to 350. Average sales price $324,767. 104.5% of list price. So if you got a $300,000 home, expect to get $13,500 or $14,000 nearly more for it. Basically what that means. 2,246 of these homes were sold in this price range. 652 were cash and 971 were conventional. So that's over 1,600 homes were sold out of 2,246 cash and conventional. Only 349 were sold. So that's 15% were sold FHA. So that's why it is imperative to get a conventional loan. If you have to pay a higher interest rate because your credit score is not over a 700, so be it. Get the home now, pay a little bit higher of a monthly payment, but you could always refinance later and you're going to gain equity in the process very quickly. So do whatever you can to get a conventional loan. There's Home Ready and Home Plus programs out there. My premier loan officers, they know what programs are out there that can help you get into a home. Some of these programs do have income restrictions, some of them don't. And the beauty of Pinal County is there's a lot of areas where you can get USDA. And USDA can go up to $92,000, like in Coolidge, for example. So with the Home Ready, Home Plus could be a little income restrictive. USDA will certainly help in that regard. Single family home, 350 to 500,000. 3,007 of these were sold throughout the Phoenix metro area. Nearly 2,500 of these homes were sold cash and conventional. 713 cash, 1763 conventional, and only 127 were FHA. Single family, 500,000 to 750. It's 102.3% SP to LP ratio. 1,573 of these were sold. 1,107 were conventional and 264 were cash, 91 were VA, and only 6 were FHA. So they must have put a large amount down to have their maximum loan amount within the FHA guidelines, is what that means. So you go to the lowest, the price bracket that had the lowest SP to LP ratio was $3 to $5 million, 96.5%. The monthly supply of homes is 2.62 months. 61 of these sold, 26 were cash, 21 were conventional. Single family, 5 million and up, 16 of these were sold, and 2 were conventional and 10 were cash. So it's pretty interesting there. This will be mandatory in all buyer consultations. So everyone will know what the sales price to list price ratios are in their prospective price categories and types, and the home types as well. This is the inventory showing you that the inventory is creeping up. So for example, Casa Grande had 68 on June 8th, and now there's 105 on July 12th, 54.4% increase. Let's see, we go to, Florence is not here. So Casa Grande and Maricopa is not here either. But all of these average sales price ranges from 350 to 600,000. There is a 40 to 80% increase in number of active inventory. The luxury market is what is holding pretty steady as far as, because the demand is the same. It hasn't gone up that much. Like Scottsdale only went up 68 more homes active, 704 on June 9th versus 772 on July 11th. And the reason is because the people that are moving out of state, they probably already have a $1.5 million, $2 million home. So for them, they're getting a bargain in Paradise Valley or North Scottsdale. But for most buyers that are from 300,000 to 500,000, well, that $400,000 home 6 months ago could be close to a $500,000 home now. So they could be priced out of the market and not qualified for that amount, or getting beat on too many offers. So the buyers are getting frustrated, waiting on the sidelines to see what's going to happen with the market. So I think that's why the active inventory is going up in these price ranges from 350,000 to 600,000. Just because the type of home that you're buying makes a big difference between 400 and 500,000 or 5 to 600,000. This is where you'll be going underneath the railroad bridge when you're coming up from the Boulder Field. And this is the Gila River. This is a ATV or sandrail crossing the Gila River. It's pretty cool. Watch that. And then this next slide is the flow of the Gila River looking to the west. You can see the downward slope there in the riverbed. This is the trail you'll be going to on the way to the coke ovens. And here are the coke ovens, which is what you see in the background of this video. So go out there and enjoy it. You'll have a lot of fun. Synopsis for July 2021. October 18th, 2020, we had 8828 active. We sold 10,027 in September, what that would be. And then our inventory of January 20th went sky high down because we had a tsunami of buyers come in right after the New Year's, 5,385, 3,500 less homes were on the market then. And then February, March, April, and May, we stayed below 5,000 units. And then June 14th, we got 5,582, went over 5,000 units. July 13th, just 6 days ago, we have 6,044. We got up to 6,700 on today, Monday, July 19th, when I'm making this video. But we'll see how many of those that go from active to under contract and pending status, and see if it still stays over 6,000. I think it will. And if this trend doesn't continue, we should have a month's supply of inventory within the next 4 to 6 months, or by the end of the year. So because we had more active, and we also had 500 more home sales from going May to June, our inventory monthly absorption rate stayed pretty much the same, 0.59 from 0.58. The Crawford Market Report Index has gone, all of these are in red except for Cave Creek, so the demand is decreasing. So for example, Maricopa went down 11% in market demand. I don't see any other Pinal County cities here, not Casa Grande. So, but you will see that those price ranges that I showed you already, from 350 to 600,000, the inventory is going up, and this reflects that. So Pinal County cities, this is what happened. Florence had 26% less homes that sold from a month ago. From a month before. Maricopa only had 5 less units sell this month versus in May. Casa Grande had an increase of 13 homes that sold. Now the average sales price going from June of 2020 to June 2021, Coolidge went from 168,581 to a whopping 246,255 because mostly of the new builds that are out there. 46.1%. That's very big. Florence was 41.2%, right behind Coolidge in average annual appreciation, from 228,608 to 322,816. Maricopa was 37.1%, from 253,994 to 348,263. And in Coolidge, here's a highlight. So of the 68 homes that sold last month, 38 of those were new builds. Florence has also joined Maricopa in crossing over the $300,000 average sales price threshold. And Casa Grande is not far behind that. Casa Grande's coming next. So that pretty much concludes our Pinal County Cities video market update. If you have any questions about any of this information, I know it's quite a bit of information to cover. My number is 480-999-6061. And if you find this video very interesting, very informative, and you want to share it with other people, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and share this video with your friends or anyone that you may know, so we can help to grow our YouTube channel and get famous out there with buyers that are coming in from out of state. And also to help you, if you're a home seller, you will know what's going on exactly in each of your price categories. And we hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for watching.